Alrighty, welcome back, my wonderful tome readers, to Art in Minecraft, which is finally back on the schedule. Last 2 weeks I had to stop because of fucking work shit and not being able to speak last weekend, so it's nice to be back. So my original plans have changed. I'll show you what they were going to be, but I started prepping for the stream and I'm like, you know what, I don't feel like it anymore. I was thinking we do some, like, stained glass type art, which isn't that difficult, at least to start, because, well, there is a stained glass filter, which is a good start to get things done. The plan was, get the strong colors first, for each of these sections, largely these little icons, and then, hey, Tommy, welcome. You haven't missed much. Just going over the plan that I suddenly did not have the energy to do today, which is work on the stained glass. But yeah, there's a stained glass filter, and the plan was to use this to kind of get a general shape. But then I'd actually come in here and make my own custom ones just based on these sharper, smaller bits. Because the filter, it always makes them like these smaller versions, but like even with the small size, look how it kind of messes up that. Instead, majority of it I changed. This is a work of Alphonse Mucha, who's better known for his Art Nouveau stuff, which you might have, like, you might better know for, like, not scantily clad women, women in, like, very thin sheer cloth with these kind of, like, big, almost halo-like circles with each with their own individual circles in it, which I want to emulate. And then I thought about doing that for the stream, and I'm like, I don't actually have the energy for that today. So yeah, instead, we're going to be doing an art thing that I considered doing it as a joke a couple days ago, when this visual entered my mind, and I thought, nah, but it just kept coming to mind. So I've got background started, so I can't distract myself by working on that. First up, I need to make a couch here. So we have, I'm going to rename this later, couch sketch, so I don't have to worry too much about it, because let's see, kind of like Blue's Clues era couch. We'll do this because I'm just copy paste in a sec. I think around here. There we go. Actually, no, I shouldn't do it like that. I should like this. There. With that, I can do enough so I can just copy. Yep, there we go. First, we're gonna cut, and then we're gonna do this so we can move it over a bit. Yeah, like that. And by repasting again, layer to flip, like that. Here we go. This way the sketch layer can mirror itself, which would be a great help to us. And all that's left here is there. But again, it's just the sketch layer, so we don't have to put too much work into it. We're just gonna couch cushion. Let's see, is that too? I think that might be too deep for couch cushion. Maybe more like this. No. I think. Oh, you know what I didn't think about? Having this just be further down. But oh well. What's a good way to do this? I think it's fine for hitting that. What if we about here? Oh, gotta make sure they scale together. First, we lift up like that. We also want to... Oh, wait, no. Ah, shoot, I didn't want to do the move. Okay. Actually, we squish it a bit. And then we connect, like, yeah, that's how we do it. But yeah, I'm not sure if you were in the stream the other day. I think it was a Briskin stream. But Epi was there, made a comment about something, and that is the image that is stuck in my head. That side's higher. Ah, damn it, okay. There we go. Okay, then the actual cushions would be about this height, yeah. But yeah, we're doing a classic third wheel scenario. How do I measure this? See that right there? See, that says 250. Actually, right here in the middle of this one, so we'll just do that. 2. Alright, now to zoom in here, so this is 1050. This is, 160. Okay, calculator. 1050, 160, 1050, 160, 1050, 160. Oh, shit. 1050 minus 160. 890, okay. Divide that by 3. So we want 3 cushions here. Each one's about 296. So if we just round that up to 300, let's see. Ah, here we go. We have 300 here, 600 here. Let's need a big eraser, get rid of that stuff. Okay. And there we go. That'll give us a good estimation of 3 cushions. Oh. Go. Again, not going to be perfect, but I want a little detail so I can remember. It's like the weird thing about couches is like at the bottom when people are actually sitting on it, you can't actually see the crack so well because they're all just smooshed from the weight on top. But on top, you can see it. Oh, wait. Ah, that's key. That's right. Ooh, that is bigger than I was using. There we go. Found it again. Let's see, what's the couch? I do have a reference here. One sec, big cough coming up. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna do the kind where the back is just kind of plain. It's got separate cushions so you can like pick it up, clean them easier, but nope. Let's get my reference image out of alignment between windows. Okay, there we go. Yeah, instead of having a sectionals up here or anything, it's just going to be like a blanket. Let's give some depth to the scene and the 3 characters we need to show. Alright. Looks good. And we'll keep it large because I think the final bit, like when we go to the final actually making stuff, which probably won't be today due to time, we'll have everything shrunk down so we just have focus on the piece as a whole. So I have the base, not base plate. I think the wood design. You know, I'm distracting myself from actual work again, but that's why I have multiple layers to the background. Let's see. We'll say this here will be for the couple, which we'll do in red, not only to stand out from the blue, but also because they're a couple. It's kind of low key, lovey dovey. And the pose is gonna be a little tricky. Like, even from the reference image, it's like the limbs are tangled, not like messily so, it's not impossible to see. But it's not the same angle. So it's gonna make things a little weird translating. We're gonna say body 1. Body 2. Kind of like they have a pillow here, but also their hands are up here, spiky hands because it's easier to see in a sketch. Torso is more like this, and then other arm. Very, very messy. I wish in this program that the sketch layer did not have. Sorry, did not share the size of the actual mouse, because now I gotta go back and forth between these two sizes. There. Their head is kind of like, oh shit, see? That's what happens when I have multiple sizes here. Wait, I can go past it here, just gonna overlap some. Oh wait, that's right, I forget. To sketch things I usually have set to multiply. Oh, that was a horrendous neck there. There we go, we have head 1. No. God, the scale I have made here is far too big. And yet, it is what I must do. Things I will need to fix when I do final version. There we go. Aren't they adorable? Just cuddling up, couch together, limbs overlapping, because they, you know, they care oh so much. The pillow is making this look a little weird, though. Not much I can do about that, except just swap to my neutral black. Hope I remember this is an object. Nah, not in there. Okay, anyway. This, and then to save myself from further drawing nightmare, what I'm going to do is just give the impression of legs, because let's see. Nope, right. Got the opacity back up. This is Big Spoon's leg there. Little Spoon's legs here. Guess they've got freaking wooden clogs or something, I don't care. Sketch layer, okay. That leaves very generally uncomfortable looking. That's what the magic of fucking hiding our sins is for. In this case, a blanket. Kind of like trailing on the ground like that. So I don't have to do that much detail. Also, because they're cuddling on the couch, though. I should have that a bit more down like that. Yeah. Just like that. And there we go. Person A and person B. We're cuddling. What's this? We will also need person C, because this is awkward third wheel scenario. I had to save so I don't lose fucking any progress. Alright, new layer. Third wheel sketch. Alright. What lazy ass pose to have here? I mean, we're obviously gonna color. Let's go. How about green? Yeah, nice light seafoamy green. Maybe like. Like shoulder up in their neck. Boom. God, it looks oh so awkward. Good. Let's forget that happened and just look up another reference. None of these translate well to being on a couch. Alright, how about third wheel couch then? Maybe that'll get something closer. Nope, that nothing. I'm getting literal couch wheels on here. Sitting on couch. Mayhaps. Ooh, getting some good leg positions here to use, though. Crossed at the ankles. That's good. I do need kind of lazy looking. Oh, wait, found it. Okay, it's flipped the wrong direction for what I need, but it'll do. Alright, so... start with this other arm. It's a little awkward. Shoulders kind of like this. So we can have boom. Another case of weird perspective to actually show. I think it'd be easier to just erase this and redo that section. There we go. Okay, good. Pelvis is about there. I think good enough. So I can't forget where the knees are. God, the head is so small in proportion. But sketch layer. Sketch layer. I don't have to worry about that. In fact, I can also, because I made them all on separate layers, over here. Nah, before we rotate, let's bring the layer down, just the content. There we go. There we are. And then we can have this leg be just like physically on the ground. Erase this version of the foot. It no longer exists. It's not part of the work anymore. There we go. And it's still kind of messy, but it's getting better. And in fact, with the couple, once again, layer down, down to content, we are going to have them stretch out a little bit more, because they can afford to now. They can afford to take up 2 seats of the couch, but albeit in this arbitrary manner. There we go. Alright. Now the hard part. Actually making stuff. We are going to start with the slightly easier thing. The pillow. This layer is just pillow. And I guess the couch will need to say cool colors just because the background is kind of like warmer, lighter type stuff. Let's see. Couch pillow. They're typically like simple designs, not like super eye drawing unless it's a neutral colored couch, what this will not be. They won't have an open side, so alright, what I do is have this at a bit of an angle. Oh, not that actually. Actually, wait, what was there? That's the color I used for the couch. Actually, wait, there's an easy way to start this. And it would start with me. There we go. Perfect. So let's lighten that, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, right. I still had it on the pattern fill. There we go. So we're going to do easy way of making a square first. Just like this. Rotate it 90 degrees from there. Oh, it became 180 for one reason. That's weird. Ooh. Don't want to go in that direction. Minus 90? There we go. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I forgot. Copy, paste, and then we rotate that. Okay. Alright, minus 90. Always has a little bit of fuzz, but it's fine. The important thing is now we can take this, copy, paste, and the pasted version we can transform 80. There we are. Alright, taking this, we're going to rotate about that degree, then with the shear tool. Yeah, about like that. Scale tool, get free. Alright, and then finally perspective. Now we didn't start with perspective because made things a little weirder, but also a little bit of not fragmenting, artifacting is fine. This is effectively just another sketch layer at this point. Okay, it'll be kind of like this. Okay, we do pillow. Actual. We're going to reduce it in size, but we're going to change it to a fuzzy brush. Too fuzzy. That one. There we go. We can reduce size. Here's the actual. Oh, no, not small enough. I guess yes, down to 1 pixel. The seam. There we go. So he's getting kind of squished out of shape here. Ugh. He'd have to make a bigger eraser just so it leaves less behind. But okay, there we go. Come on, mouse. There we are. Alright, and then what we do with color is we can come back here. Wait. Ah, I see. There are multiple open parts. We should give these sketches so it's a little easier to see. Right there. Nothing else. Ah. Now it's a darker color. It's fine. We can fix this one by just going back to the old one, then ha. Okay, we need the dark. Put it here, here. Because that's the underside of it. But here, which is the top side, go back to the first one, make it a little brighter. I think a little brighter than that. Actually, a bit more gray too. There we go. And this back to that dark color. Take here and with the dark color, a bit of a, not quite that large. There we go. DC opacity, we can a bit less opacity than that. No, because the hands will be around there. I think that's roughly hand shaped. That's good. There's probably a better way to do that with multiple layers if we were making like a very fancy piece, which we're not. In fact, it's probably closer to a bit of a shitpost. Okay, we know we're going to need pill labor. We can bring this down below the sketch. Just so we can see the lines of the couple over it better. And let's see, in the next we'll do blanket simple, not quite sketch, but blanket itself. probably would not match the couch whatsoever because they're just using it to stay warm. And so, actually, I can't remember what tools we have. We have hand transform, we have perspective, we have 3D transform. Let's do a check first. I'm a little curious. If we make just if we just make a rectangular-ish shape, and select it, there we go. Let's see, handle transform. Ah. I see. Does not help with what we were trying to do here. Perspective. What if we do this? And then we can use smudge tools to rearrange out the shape. I think perspective just might work, so let's go test it with a pattern fill. Ooh, there is a leopard print thing. We'll do overlay in this color. Let's reduce opacity. There we go. Kind of looks like a plush, but a print style. Like it. Go back to here. Not be perfect, but it will give us a bit more texture to the piece. Wait, where's the couch? Alright, we have blanket size. Let us get smudge. Yeah, smudge. Tool for a larger, actually select it. No. Not working the way I was hoping it would. Let's make a duplicate this time, then we'll do an overlay over it. Maybe that'll look better. No. It's not looking much better. God, it would be a little bit easier if I was doing this part in Inkscape, but I'm not. What about the other things? What if... No. That doesn't do it. Blur sharpen? Not seeing any noticeable difference. No, those tools won't work. I'm not seeing anything that would allow me to just like bend something around a curve, which is what I really need. Paths, so create and edit paths. What? I wonder, what if... Oh, wait. I had not completely gone out. Okay. To this, we select invert. Can we mess with paths now? No, this tool is not helping me at all. Okay. Though I did find that there is a measure tool from here that I've apparently never used. Ooh, cage transform. Oh. Okay, let's... Okay, let's layer craft content, make a duplicate safe layer, because I think the undo button might go a little weird here. And we're going to move this a little closer to the blanket itself. Okay, there it is, cage transform. If I make everything 4-point, maybe this will make it easier to manipulate to the shape I want it to be. No, this is the first time I've used this particular tool in GIMP. It is going to be imperfect, doing it with just this many. When I can actually make this go further. I do this, this to that. Didn't... let's try again. That looked to be a decent amount of points, doing it like this. Just perhaps me not understanding the tool enough. Wait, no. What if make layer image size, maybe we'll actually see more deformations? Or we try the other tool of warp disform, which is part of this, but apparently distinctly different from this transform. We shall see. Okay, yeah. It's because the layer was too limited. This is also not ideal for what we're doing. But it is a lot closer. We do this here. Here, down to there. Boom. Boom. We have an extra point, so these as such. We're trying to get fill in there a bit more. Okay, I'm getting a better idea of how to use this tool. I'm probably still not using it for its intended purpose, but this will look a lot more blanket-like. Looks decent. That's part of this layer, apparently. But it's fine, because we're just gonna erase all this anyway. God, that brush is horrible for erasing. Let's go to full solid. Oh. Alrighty. That blanket looks much better, if still a little weird. But it is fine, because again, we're not trying to make fine art today. Make a dumb thought. And I'm just... Man, I tried something very strange. Okay, we got the pillow there. Which we can actually put that above the blanket. Yeah. Yeah, it's a semi-realistic blanket texture. Alright, that's our backup copy, which we don't really need, but we're not going to delete. Okay, first part of the couple next. Let's go... God, both are going to be tricky to start with. Let's go small spoon up first. And I will need a reference image for the specific character we're doing for this. I'm thinking... Yeah, it'd be funnier if this is the little spoon. I need a full body image of them. Ooh, do I do that? No, we'll do... Let's see. I'm hoping for... Okay, you know what? This is a similar angle to where the head would be. So it will help a bit more. And I only need to worry about torso up, which does help. Okay, small spoon needs to be blue for the main color. And you will probably figure out why rather quickly. That's a bit too purple. There we go. Let's bring the size way down. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Select, no. It's, Oh, so I'm still on the erase tool. Okay, that explains why I didn't do anything. Okay, they got a bit of a snap. Ooh, brush size is still too big. That'll be fine. God, I don't think I've ever drawn this character whatsoever. They are a bit of a canine type snout. Let's see, very... that's a bit too big. There you go. Big old ears, but not too big. They are good at listening, but that is not what they're needing in this moment. To simplify things, no eye, we're just going to do that. Hey, Baringo, welcome, welcome. I'm not sure if you know the exact moment I'm referencing here. Let's see. Specific reason for verification comments was that Twitch is being evil. Yes. I saw... Oh, I didn't know it was maxing specifically. Isn't letting Maxine use Twitch Head until she gets Twitch her phone. Yeah, no, that's absolute bullshit. When Twitch is apart. Ooh. And, yeah, I can't remember. Does Maxting live in the U.S. too, or do they live in another country? I might be mixing them up with someone else I know does not live in this country, and thus might be being hit hard as a testing ground. Okay, damn. So it's not because they are foreign and they're being a bunch of dicks for that reason. But yeah, that... I'd like to hope that the absolute shit show that, sorry, not Twitch, Discord is starting to get hit with for the third-party confirmation bullshit will get other companies to, you know, fucking hit the brakes, calm down just a little bit. But we all know they won't. I should probably do the spike before that. Yeah. It's not the ID thing. Well, I mean, if they're forcing people to verify phone numbers, it's kind of the ID thing, in that they don't actually need it, but they're demanding it. But yes, I know what you mean. The paws are kind of like that. We're going to do the other spike before the other hand. Oh, I just realized I can't really fill that in all black or I'm going to lose this detail. I'll worry about the colors later. Worry about actually filling in the colors later. But then it goes. Ooh, how to angle the chest spike, actually. Okay, if their heads are like that, then there'd be... Arms would probably be more over the torso here. Then no, that's like that, so that'd be spike out. Yeah. Looks a bit off center, but I think if we... Oh wait, actually, another way to do that. There we go. And we just resize this shit. Actually, no, not resize. We can just over like that. Could always relay comment. Wait, it's not even letting them comment in here right now. That is some massive bullshit. Because yeah, like I said, it's like my channel does not require phone unless you have a young ass account, which is to, you know, prevent people from just like brand new account to harass people, and also guarantees that there's an email attached. So they at very least have to waste time getting an email for everything. But damn. Yeah, I can't think of any way to really get around it. No, I did check my mod settings, like before even getting into the stream. It's like they're set the way I've always set them, to at least limit how much a harassment bot could do. But it's like, if I completely turn it off and it still doesn't work, that wouldn't do anything. I can only assume that it is targeting Maxing's account specifically, rather than just going, well, if they've got such and such settings, we're going to ignore that. Yeah. Right, yes, I need kind of a pale yellow, I guess. Almost more gray than white, yeah. Oh, help if I go back to the pencil tool. And maybe a thinner brush size. Yeah, it's a... I think... Oh, that should be close enough to fill. Oh, right. I have... That's it. It's an overlay. There we go. It's not bad for Lucario colors, but it kind of fits. And then it is kind of like black around here. Another here for this arm, which does need to be back to blue. In slightly sillier news, can you figure out the jokey thing I am drawing here, Barengo? I can't recall if you were in the stream where this was mentioned, but it has been not haunting my brain, but it has been making me giggle a couple days at work. It's a Lucario. Do you know who they would likely be cuddling with in this joked three-wheel scenario? Not three-wheel, third-wheel scenario. And blood colors? Oh no, I guess it does look like blood. It was a pink, but it's set to multiply, so when I overlap each other, it gets darker and darker like that. Yeah, I guess. But no, I did that specifically because that color is not in either of theirs. Gardevoir, yes. The life-size Lucario and Gardevoir plush. The Epi said he wants to get both so they can just, like, chill together on their couch. Because the expo I was assisting this weekend had not life-size, it had a large-size Pink Panther plush at one of the booths, and every time I passed it when I was having to do rounds like cleaning and such, I would think that joke, and I would get a little giggle, and I wouldn't be able to explain to anyone if they asked. So I'm glad no one asked. Yeah, just... Oh wait, that should be either of those colors. This should be... Hot swap. There we go. Yeah, it's just... The idea of that stuck with me all weekend. Tickled my fancies. Not fancies. Tickled my funny bone. Throughout the weekend. Let's see. Got a black mask look here. No. Not there, not that far. There we go. And then it's also up here. It's a really strange mask. That. Actually, I probably shouldn't just blindly fill tool with those. Guess I can just do that, though. Wait, did Wilhelm not work? That's weird. I didn't even hear the scream. One sec, let me try it manually. Yeah, it says it's all still connected. Where is... Yeah, that was at least visible and audible. Yeah, there we go. Wilhelm. Classic Wilhelm. Oh, wait. Could it be Cloudbot is having issues? One sec. No, that says it's still online too. Weird. Oh, wait. I just closed the window. But yeah, weird. I can't remember. Does Gardevoir have gender differences for the Gardevoir form? Because I know Pikachu does. On the tail. I know there are a few other Pokemon where it's visible so long as you're, like, looking for it. Doesn't look like it. Dang. That'd be really funny to just, like, intentionally make this cuddling Gardevoir Lucario combo, except it'd be the typically male Lucario as female, the typically female Gardevoir as male. But yeah, there's no small little differences, looks like, confirmed by a Parango, thank you. I just realized this head lean's gonna be a little tricky. Okay. Big spoon. We need to change colors. There we go. Not quite the sea foamy green, a bit more green than blue. Yeah, like that. And I should also... Sorry, I just realized I misspelled spoon in the frickin' layer. Okay. Behind here. like this. This could probably be a bit more pronounced. Trying to think of like a more masculine version of this hairstyle we can get, so it's still recognizably Gardevoir, but more mask. But nothing's coming to mind. We're just gonna do that. But instead of closed eyes, I think they're gonna have like this, so we can have a bit more smile to this, seeing as their mouth is not visible. Strange Gardevoir fact. Mouth, not so visible. Actually, maybe we could... masculinity in the shoulders they don't typically have. Because hell knows that we need thicker, longer arms to actually properly wrap around Lucario like this. When I just realized, wait, one second, we have to go back. I didn't color in the rest of the body. Oh wait, that's the arm. So we just need right here. And wait. Coloring in the black hands is going to be tricky, but problem for another day, because we just need this to be readable. Alright. More... I guess elbow here, we could have hand like so. The layering of which is gonna be tricky. At the very least, they have largely noodle arms. Nope, too thick. We'll just do that for now. Oh right, we also need the red chest horn, question mark? Just because like the way they texture it, it feels less like a stabbing implement and more like a variation of a horn. Like a velvety antler of a deer before all the velvety stuff falls off. Yeah, that should be visible enough. Things be a bit more like that. Yeah. Again, that layering is going to be tricky. There we go, we have less gap visible here. Well, we're going to just finish the arm here so we can fill. Let's see if there's... oh, yep, there are holes abound, apparently. There. Anywhere else? I'm not seeing... oh, there. Oh, right. I got a little confused because there are layers abound. Okay. And we'll do the lower parts of the dress in green. The skirty, flowy bit. It won't matter much. All the leg bits are hidden by blanket, which is now making it look, with this scale, making it look like it's just on their footsies. Good lord, this Gardevoir's got some long legs for them to be there. But it's fine. We can always grow them with the scale tool. Actually, I think Give them some back. Nah. Things that need not be fixed in this moment. Though I do need to make a subfolder so I can move multiple layers at the same time. Okay. 1, 2. We can turn that off. Pillow, blanket. So first, blanket closer like so. In fact, actually, we can probably rotate it a bit too. Like that. Pillow, similar situation. Let's see, layer mask. Oh, wait. Layer mask on the wrong one. Yes, I know I got rid of everything, but we just come through here. Eventually, there we go. Alright. So we can't have that above this, so what we do? Once again, layer mask. And the tool. Slowly, carefully. There we are. Ah, nice. Alrighty. The cargo and the glade are identifiable, which is fine. It's so fine. We can move them through that side. But there's one person we still need to add here. And that is our third wheel. It's... Alright. Which is gonna be a little tricky, because Epi does not actually have legs. Well, they're gonna have legs for the sake of the vibe. Let's see. I guess we'll start with... Oh, not that. With the crystal. Actually, we should have this... Okay, crystal is smaller than that. Decent. Decent enough. Okay. Now... Where's the best place to get reference? Ha. Oh, not full screen. Not full screen. Right, it's not full body. It is enough vibe. Ooh, wait. Crystal is also roughly there. Put it here just so it does not... There you go. Two involved with this hand that will be drawn over it. In fact, maybe crystal should just not be here whatsoever. Maybe that should just be a straight up different layer. This one person has used F12 to mess with a drop down in medical form, got themselves listed as something not in the list of options. Oh man, people are great when they have a boredom and a willingness to experiment with things that a site probably did not consider. Wait, that's what tool was working. Well, I do hang on, I think. That. Then, wait, actually, I can avoid doing anything with the neck so long as I give them a hood. Which color? I think that works. It's like, whoop. Wow. Then Epi kind of has the color going like this and curving up the back. Yeah, it's getting weird. Is it perfect? No. Not at all. But I think it more than does the job for showing color. Apparently it's set to just output the text of whatever option was selected. The developers did not expect people to mess with a browser-side source. Well, I think that's most developers actually. If only because, like, why would the layman need to consider what developer tools might affect a website? And then actually try it. But yes, they should have, what's the term in the XCD comic? Better scrubbed their sources, I think. I'm thinking, it's like something about, it's like, did you really name your kid Bobby, and then it's just a bunch of like apostrophes, open, close, parentheses and stuff, drop tables, and it's like, oh yeah, we call them little Bobby tables. It's like, well, thanks to him, we've lost all the names and date records for this school year. Well, it's like, well, maybe you should have sanitized your inputs. Which, you know what? Absolutely fair. If some parent could fuck over like that particular year's not graduating class, but like student records by just, naming their kids something weird, I think that's kind of on the school. It's like, if you're able to hack something by just sending a bunch of code in it, like if you're able to hack someone's Twitch moderator tools by just using parentheses, semicolons, etc. in the chat without needing like a forward or backward slash, which is normally prevented if you don't have permissions. Like if you're able to hack from just code insertion, I think that's the appropriate term. Code insertion like that, I think the site kind of deserves it, not gonna lie. It's like, the easiest thing for a school to prevent little Bobby tables. Not allowing semicolons and shit in a name for database purposes. This seems like a very easy thing to code in. It's like, hey, don't allow any names with apostrophes and shit. That's not apostrophes, semicolons and colons and shit. Attempt to sign up to something and input a chunk of text this way. Includes SQL injection, anti-LLM prompt injection. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, you prove that they probably did some of the code themselves. So that's probably not something a bot would have considered doing. Okay, we're gonna have futuristic tablet phone thing here, which, yeah, it's all closed in. We're gonna have the outline bright and visible, but inside we're gonna have opaque, like that. That doesn't work. What about... There we go. Still not the same. One sec. Alright. Now if we just read this from the beginning. It's still doing that. God damn it. Easy. Alright. We cut it. There we go. The third, yeah. Yep, that looks like there's a futuristic screen right there. We should probably also... Let's do this. There we are. Right, back black, back this, that, the other thing. Alright, what other thing do we need to do? Legs, that's right. We need to do legs. Even though Epi does not have legs, for the sake of a punchline, we're going to include them. Let's see, torso. We have that as like the center point, kind of like a rib curve. Oh, right, because that's not okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. No one's gonna judge me too harshly. We should do clavicle looking things, even if he does not have pecs. Sorry, they don't have pecs. Ooh, can't remember which one is front. This leg's supposed to be behind. We'll do this first. Unfortunately, legs are getting a little bit Tumblr sexy man skinny. But fine, whatever. We can fix that with the here. Kind of flared, but whatever. The feet are weird triangles because math. Is it supposed to make sense? No, that's why I said the explanation is math. God, this knee looks weird now. And so does this. Alright. There we go. Now it is a little less of an art crime. Still very much some art crime in it, but less. In fact, I'm going to make the leg thicker from here. God, this makes legs look super puffy. Ah, yes. The downside of all this background stuff, I forget that not all the shapes are closed. Okay. Let's see. First off, shape's closed there, it's closed there, it's closed here. Where did it escape? Oh, right there. Anywhere else? I don't think so. That doesn't look too bad. Minimally detailed epi. Brain is doing things. Are they fun things? Alright, this one's also not fully closed. I think inside of here... Nope. Where is the other opening? See, there's an opening here for the feet, but that's not what's affecting this. That should be fine. Ah. There. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Have to re-erase that, but fine, whatever. Take off opacity now. Multiply there. Nope, that does everything. Okay, reduce. Affects things too much. Alright. Forget that then. Oh, just noticed that before I did anything. Alright. We'll say makes it a little lighter. Out here. Nope. Ah, there's another opening somewhere. There? Might be there. Right, there we go. Then from inside we make it a little bit darker instead. I hate it when this happens, but oh well. Okay, sweet. Not so sweet. Okay. Okay, we're going to do some quick stylized outlines just so Epi does not disappear into all the other details too easily. Oh, almost forgot here. Oh, come on. Alrighty, and the only thing that is not finished is the couch, but I think I can just find a PNG for that. Couch PNG. Just Photoshop it there. We got cool colors, so let's kind of get this. Alright, time to make this a full-on art crime. Oh, hey, that is almost perfect size to start. Let's resize it, make it visible so we can see where all the couch people are. Okay, Epi ended up being perfect pose right there. Think I just need to have the snuggly couple brought down a little. And also get some other tones in there. And this art crime will be complete. Well, let's see, to start, get this green, we're gonna make a lighter, but still quite green version for hair. Where's the card? Sorry, not the card. Where's the card for? Shit, I closed the code. I think I closed the tab that I have the card for. Okay. Is it more of a white? Yeah, it's white and red eye. So red eye, we're gonna just copy from this. Then we just fill in everything else. Not a pure white, that's a bit too bright. But a slightly dulled white. Oh right, again. Forgot that there is some things without lines. Nope. Where's the openness here? Oh wait, right. I think that's fine. Okay, the Lucario Blue is going to be tricky. For one, I need to finish off this part of the arm. Think that's good. Okay, first, lighter blue. Nope. Where is it still open? So all this is part of that. All that, what? Where is it still open there? Am I the wrong layer? I'm on the wrong layer, that's why. Oh. Boy. Yep, which means I didn't draw that there. Alright. There we go. And for the black, it's just a really dark blue to make this easier. Not at all perfect. But it gets across. It gets across quite well. Okay. Yeah, definitely a half hour longer than I want to do this, but we were so close to the end. We did it. We finished it. Let's see. Save the bit of progress. That looks good. Even from a distance, you can still kind of tell just from the stark differences in colors. Which means we really just need to... I think we don't need the whole couch in frame. I want some of the floor, just because I did work hard to get the floorboards like this. I think we can bring these sides in. Image to selection, there we go. Export. Let's see, I'm going to easily find it in downloads, there we go. Yep. Are you going to save, please? Okay. Sorry, slow down when trying to save that. Okay, the full version I'm going to keep saved as this, in case I want to make any other edits. I'll have everything available. But, there we go. We spent an hour and a half making a really dumb reference that only the people who were in that, I think it was a Briskin stream even, where that comment was made about third-wheeling the life-size Lucario and Gardevoir plushes. But there we go. That poison is now out of my mind. I can focus on other parts of my life now. So, with that being said, let us go to the BRB screen, get a timer up, and get our break before